Hi, it's Brooksley. I feel weird giving eye contact here, but anyway, hello. I'm selling out. I'm doing a tier list, all 150 Jokers, on gold stake. I'm basing this solely on gold stake runs, and I'm basing it on how happy am I to see this Joker. As far as like relative strength, that's hard to judge, but the only thing I can go on is when I see this Joker in the shop, I'm either like, or I'm like, fuck yes, or no thanks. So that's how I'm going to go about this. My credentials are I've completed Completionist Plus on PC, and I'm very close to completing it on mobile as well. So let's get started. There's a lot of Jokers, so this might take a while. So I'm going to try not to ramble on too much. Jimbo, we're going to put him in D tier, I guess, below average. You know, it's a shop 1 Joker, or, you know, maybe anti 1 Joker. It doesn't go much further than that. So the suit Jokers, greedy, lusty, wrathful, and gluttonous. I think I'll put those in average. I mean, they're okay. They get the job done. Some situations I'm happier to see them, maybe if I just happen to have a bloodstone and then I see a lusty Joker, I'm like, fuck yes. So maybe nah, we'll keep them all on average. Alright, going down the line, Jolly Joker plus 8 malt if a played hand contains a pair. I like this Joker early on, and in the first few antes, I'm gonna give it a B here. I play a lot of pairs, so it's a pretty strong Joker that can last, and I would say the first half of the run. Zany Joker. I need this reference because I can't remember the names of like this top row. I don't remember their names. Zany Joker plus 12 malt if a played hand contains a 3 of a kind. I'm gonna put it in D tier just because it's by the time you get your 3 of a kind and or full house online, this kind of falls off. So I feel like these kind of Jokers are good early on, but it's hard to play a hand that contains 3 of 1 card early on, I would say, so I'm going to put it in the D tier. Mad Joker, 10 malted played hand contains a 2 pair. That's nice to see early on. I guess 2 pairs can be kind of annoying to play. I'm debating whether I want B or C. I'll put it in the B tier. Crazy Joker plus 12 malt if played hand contains a straight. Kind of feel the same way about this as I do Mad Joker. Early on, it's straights and 2 pairs. I think they're a little easier to play than 3 of a kind or full house early. So, Droll Joker. I guess I'll put this in C. It's really nice in the first ante or 2 to play flushes just to clear. So that's going to go in the C tier. Sly Joker. I want to call it average, but I've used this guy so much. I'm going to say B because it's only 50 chips, but I play a ton of pairs. So I'm usually really happy to see this. These extra 50 chips early on. Wily 100 chips if contains 3 of a kind. That's going in the D tier. Again, same reason as whatever this other one is called. Zany, Wily. They're both in the D tier. Clever Joker 80 chips if contains a 2 pair. Chips. It's fine. Maybe this goes in the D tier. I feel like these chip Jokers are less useful than their malt counterparts. Except for a couple here. Let's see, Devious Joker, 100 chips if contains a straight. Straights, you know, they scale really well with Saturn cards, and you're usually not hurting for chips when you're playing straights. I mean, it's fine, so I'll put in the D tier. 80 chips if contains a flush, same reason. I'll say it's a D tier. Okay, half Joker. This is my boy. I'm gonna put him in the A tier. I love to see this early on. It carries you for a while, and you can build up your economy by kind of one-shotting the first ante or two. It's pretty nice. Stencil. I'm gonna put in the C tier. I'm not like too jazzed to see it, just because it's gold stake and you really need to use all your Joker slots. It can be okay early. It is kind of expensive, so at $8 it's okay early, but you know, it's late in the game. I've had probably a handful of runs that have gone to ante 8 with Joker Stencil. I just had one actually, so but I'm still gonna put it in the C tier. Four Fingers. I don't utilize this too much. It's a utility Joker that doesn't help scoring. I'm gonna say D. Mime. I'm usually kind of happy to see Mime, especially, I mean, obviously, if you have gold cards. Blue Seals, it's really nice for Blue Seals. I'm gonna put it in the C. Credit Card, I don't use, so that goes in the F tier. Okay, Ceremonial Dagger. How happy am I to see Ceremonial Dagger? Depends on when I get it, and I guess what else I got going on. It's good. It's good if, obviously, if you have a good economy. You're kind of limiting your Joker slots to 4. I guess I'll put it in the C tier. Not that happy to see it. Banner. I mean, on Gold Stake you only have 2 discards, so Banner is pretty weak. I'm gonna put it in D. I'm not gonna put it in F, only because, you know, they are chips, and sometimes you just need that to get you over the hump. Mystic Summit, plus 15 mult if 0 discards. Obviously, I like this one, especially early. You know, a flat 15 mult will get you a long ways. Marble Joker, don't use it. Not excited to see it. I'm gonna put it in the F tier. Loyalty Card. Not excited to see that. That's going in F. 8-Ball. If I have a Chad, the 8-Ball is a D, but if I don't have a Chad, it's an F. Misprint is a fun time. How happy am I to see Misprint? I guess it depends on when it is, but I guess it will be a C tier. Well, I guess I'll put it in the B tier, because I'm probably just as happy to see Misprint as I am this guy. I don't remember his name, so I'll put him in the B tier. I might change some of these as we go. Dusk, very situational, very specific. I mean, if I'm basing this on how I feel, then it has to go in the F tier, because I almost never take Dusk unless I have a very specific kind of build. Raised Fist, very nice to see. I'm going to say A. Easy to get flat mult. You can usually make this a 20 mult Joker pretty easily, so I'm going to put that in the A tier. Oops. Oh, I haven't been scrolling. Chaos the Clown, free reroll. Depends on if I have a free Joker slot. You know, a lot of people assign very high value to this Joker, and I get why they do that, and their argument, but I mean, I'm just gonna say it's D. Well, I mean, you do see 100% more Jokers. I'll put it in C. Fibonacci, pretty expensive. It's good early, I would say, on Gold Stake, but then again, it is so expensive, so it can be kind of hard to take early. But it does give you a direction if you get it early, so I'm gonna put it in C tier. Steel Joker, I mean, it's just obviously depends on how many steel cards you have, but I usually don't have too many, and it can be hard to kind of build up your steel cards. I have had runs with it, don't get me wrong, but I'm not that excited to see it, so I'm gonna put it in the D tier. Scary Face is nice for chips. I'm thinking A tier. 30 chips for every face card. Face cards are pretty powerful, and a lot of times you're building towards face cards. Abstract Joker, very nice flat mult. You can usually get a free 15 mult if you fill up your Joker slots. So I'm gonna say A tier, probably. Delayed gratification. I mean, it is economy, and if I have the build to support it, like a green Joker maybe, it's not bad. I'm not gonna put it in the F tier. I'll put it in the D tier. Yeah, it's not great. Hack or Gold Stake. I can't say I'm that excited to see Hack. I mean, obviously, if you have like some kind of Wii Joker thing going on, it could be good, but generally, I'm just gonna put it in the F tier. Pareidolia. It has its uses. I haven't had too many Gold Stake runs that make use of it, so I'm gonna put it in the D tier. Banana, we love Banana. That's going in the A tier, especially early on. It's pretty nice. I keep talking about early, the early game. So maybe some of these other ones will start to get to late game stuff. Odd Todd. I'm pretty excited to see this, usually. I'm going to put that in the B tier. Probably same, oops, I need to scroll. Even Steven, same with Even Steven, depending on what I need. And, yeah. Scholar, I'm not really jazzed about. I mean, you only have 4 aces in your deck. Whereas Scary Face, like, you have 12 face cards, so you can make way more use of the Scary Face. And aces, I mean, I guess if you already have a bunch of aces, I usually don't take Scholar unless I need it. I'm gonna put it in the D tier. Business card, I love business card. Good economy, I'm gonna put it in the A tier. Again, building towards face cards, getting that money. The money really snowballs. Okay, Supernova. This, I believe, is my most used Joker. So how excited am I to see it? Obviously, like, it depends on when. Well, I guess Supernova has the unique property of scaling while you don't have it. So if I see this early on or later on and I happen to need flat mult, I'm very happy to see it. I'm gonna put it in the S tier. Ride the Bus, kind of the same story. Obviously, like, if I see this in the first shop, I'm taking it. I'm gonna put Ride the Bus in the A tier. Space Joker, I like this. I like this for Gold Stake. I guess I'll put him in the B tier. Although I am usually pretty excited to see it, because although he can let you down, he's okay in the B tier. Egg, economy, temperance value, some synergies with swashbuckler. How excited am I to see egg? I mean, I guess. I mean, it. I don't know. It's hard to grade egg, so I'll just put it in the. I'll put it in the B tier. Say, burglar. I love to see burglar, especially if I have things that scale with played hands. It's very strong. Well, I guess S tier is labeled as very strong, so I'll put it in S tier here. S plus. What am I reserving for S plus? I wonder. I don't know. I might move burglar up because I'm usually very very happy to see burglar. Blackboard, very easy 3 mult or times 3 mult. That goes in the S tier. For me, runner is a very good scaling chip joker. Not too many scaling chip jokers in the game, and the good feature with runner is you can build up the chips with a straight and switch to pairs later if you like. So, is that gonna be S tier? Is runner S tier? I guess I would put it in A tier. Ice cream, very good chips, obviously temporary. Let's see, how happy am I usually to see ice cream? It depends on what I got going on, but I think I'll put it in the B tier. DNA, you lose a hand, which really hurts. Obviously, DNA on gold stake is less valuable than white stake. I guess I would put it on C tier. If you have economy and you have enough scoring, like DNA is good, but it just depends. Splash, I usually don't care. Blue Joker, again, chips. It can, when you're hurting for chips, it is pretty nice to see a Blue Joker. Although it does kind of start to suck the more discards you use and the more you thin your deck. Let's see, how excited am I to see Blue Joker compared to Ice Cream? I guess probably equally as excited, so I'll put it in the B tier. Sixth Sense, it's okay. I mainly play Ghost deck on Gold Stake, so Sixth Sense is a lot less useful to me. I guess this would be better if you play, Yellow deck or Blue deck or some other kind of deck for Gold Stake. So I'm gonna put it in the D tier just for me. Okay. Oh, sorry, I haven't been scrolling. All right, this bad boy, Constellation right here. My apologies, something happened, but I'm back. Okay, we're looking at. Of course, I got interrupted like the moment I found my S plus tier. Constellation, gotta go in S plus. I'm always thrilled to see this, just because it's so easy to scale. I mean, obviously you only get 0.1 mult for every planet card used, but if you have blue seals, this baby goes to the moon. So he's a S plus for me. Hiker, probably my least used Joker, I would say, on Gold Stake. I mean, it's not good. Faceless. I'm so torn about Faceless. I feel like Faceless is just hard to use. I don't know. I always just take this and I can never get 3 face cards. It is economy though, so I think I'll put it in the C tier. I'm moderately excited to see it. Green Joker, I'm gonna say A tier for Gold Stake. Obviously, only if you get it in the first couple of antes. It's kind of useless if you get it later. But yeah, I've built many runs around the likes of Green Joker, Ride the Bus, and Supernova. So they gotta go in my A tier. Superposition, that's going in the F tier for me for Gold Stake. Cavendish, I mean, you know, like a free ×3 mult common with no requirements other than you know, you have to make your Gros Michel extinct, or however you pronounce that. Card Sharp, this I'm always very excited to see that. Probably going to go in the S plus tier. It does have a hard counter with the I, which is you cannot play the same hand twice, so that kind of sucks. Red card. Oh wait, to-do list. Where's to-do list? Well, oh, okay. I guess I skipped to-do list. To-do list, I always love to see to-do list. Even if it's on a hand that's very difficult to play, like a straight flush or something, I'm always... I almost want to put it in S tier, but I'm not going to do that. It's going in the A tier. And it's kind of fun to play. Like, you know, especially when it's on the like pairs and you're playing pairs, it's like, yes, very nice. Red card has to go in the S plus tier for Gold Stake. This baby scales like crazy. Yeah, that's all there is to it. Madness. I'm usually happy to see Madness. Obviously, it depends on what you have going on, right? But with the right conditions, I'm usually really happy to see it. Is it A tier? I'll put it in the A tier. I guess where I'm putting these obviously is going to depend on when you get this, right? Because like Green Joker is not going to be an A tier on Ante 7, obviously. So I guess this is kind of based on the optimal conditions that you would receive this Joker is how I'm rating them. Square Joker. I can't put Square Joker in the S tier, although I want to. I have a crush on Square Joker. Very powerful. Like, I mean, if I see a Square Joker shop 1, it's like S tier for me. Just because you can kind of you have a direction, right? You're gonna play pairs or high card. But I'll put it in the A tier. Seance, that goes in the F tier. Don't use it. Riff Raff. Oh, this is my favorite Joker in the game. It's a shop 1 Riff Raff. There's no dopamine hit like that. It's just so nice because you know you're gonna get score. You know you're gonna get economy. You can sell Jokers. It's really hard to lose if you get a Riff Raff in the first shop. Vampire, I've had plenty of runs with Vampire. Very nice scaling X mult. I'm gonna say, is it S tier? No, I wouldn't call it S tier. I'm gonna put it in the A tier. Obviously depends on how easily you can get some enhanced cards, but I'll put it in A. Shortcut is, I gotta put that in the S tier. It's makes straights very easy to play, and straights are very strong on gold stake. Very good scaling. It's just a solid joker. Hologram, that's got to go in S plus tier. 0.25 malt every time you add a playing card. A lot of synergies with jokers that add cards to the deck, like Certificate, which is one of my favorites. So if you get a Certificate and a hologram, it's GG's. Obviously, standard packs, you can add just any random cards. And there's a voucher, a magic trick. It's actually good with hologram, so how about that? Vagabond, I've had several Vagabond runs on gold stake. Is it S or is it A? How excited am I to see Vagabond? Obviously, I'm not that excited if I have a bunch of money, but if I'm broke and I see a Vagabond, I'm gonna put it in S tier. I might change my mind about that, but you can usually get shit done with Vagabond. Baron on gold stake, I'm gonna say D tier. It's not F because obviously it gives you some free steel cards with all your kings. But yeah, it's hard to make it work. I have had a few Baron, like actual Baron runs on gold stake, so it's not totally useless. Cloud 9, economy, very nice. Am I more excited to see To-Do List or Cloud 9? I mean, any economy joker is going to be at least B tier, right? And obviously it depends on how bad I need money as to how excited I am to see it. I'll put it on A tier. Rocket, especially early. I know I keep saying like all these jokers are early jokers, but it really is the case with Rocket. If you get it first shop, you just don't run out of money. So I'm gonna put that on the A tier. Obelisk, very good joker if you play it right. This one's tough. I don't know where to put this one. With the right circumstances, like it's gonna be an S plus tier, but it's hard to get those right circumstances sometimes. I guess I'll put it on the B tier. I don't know. That one's tough to place. Midas Mask, I'm gonna say S tier. I'm always very excited to see this. This is very good economy. Luchador, very situational. If you have the slot for it, I mean, if you need it, obviously, I'm very excited to find it. It's going to be S plus tier, but I think in general, probably B tier. Photograph, usually pretty jazzed about Photograph. I'm gonna put that on the A tier. Whoops, haven't been scrolling. Yeah, I think that's a solid A tier. Gift card. It's not like direct economy, which I'm kind of in the same boat with gift card as I am with egg. But you know, you hold on to gift card for a while and you get that temperance and it's like, oh, okay, now it's an A tier joker, but I'm gonna put it on the B for now. It's just one of those things that you're not just like, wow, when you get it, but you know, it's nice when you get the temperance. Bean is good. Situational. I mean, you bring out more gold cards, you bring out more seals. It doesn't last. It's a little bit expensive. You're taking up a joker slot, but it is nice to have hand size for a while. Erosion, I'm gonna say it's a little harder to play than, you know, a green or a bus or a supernova. I mean, if you have the deck fixing, it's great. But how excited am I to see erosion? I guess B. I don't know. Parking, I've kind of turned around on parking recently. I used to think it was pretty bad, but the more I watch other people play and use it, the more I enjoy playing it. So that's going to go in the A tier. Let's see, mail-in rebate. Oof. Is this an S tier or an S plus? I guess it's going to be S tier. $5 for discarding a given rank. You can snowball that money very quickly with mail-in rebate. It's a very nice joker. To the moon, extra interest. It's economy. Am I more excited to see parking or to the moon? Obviously, to the moon only really impactful if you. I mean, it really shows its full impact if you have full interest. I would say it's A tier. Yeah. Hallucination. I feel like I'm not as crazy about hallucination as everyone else is. I'm gonna put it on the B tier. Like, it's nice. I mean, there are ways to get tarot cards, and this is one of them. I don't know. That's a funny way to put it, but I guess I'm not all that jazzed to see it, so I'm gonna put it in the B tier. Fortune teller. Again, kind of in the same boat as erosion, a little harder to scale than, you know, some of these other scaling plus malt jokers. So that's going to go in the B tier for me. Juggler, +1 hand size. If I have nothing else, like, it's pretty nice to have. I'm going to say B tier. +1 discard. How do I feel about +1 hand size versus +1 discard? Probably equal, about equal. I mean, hand size, going from 8 to 9 hand size is pretty powerful, and another discard is pretty powerful. So I'm gonna say they're both B tier for me. Stone Joker. I mean, it's gonna be F. I don't really use it. Golden Joker. Where did I put Cloud9? In the A tier? Okay, I guess Cloud9 is a better Golden Joker because you can scale it a little bit. But I'll still put Golden in A just because I'm usually pretty excited to see it. So that's going to be A tier. Lucky Cat. Like, when it works, when the lucky cards hit, it's nice. But sometimes they just don't hit. But I would say depending on how many lucky cards I have, if I have a Chad, then I'm very happy to see Lucky Cat. Or, you know, some kind of sock and buskin or retriggering thing. It's got to go A tier just for how well it can scale. Baseball card, oh, I love that. That's gotta go in the S tier. Because a lot of these jokers, like, you know, Constellation, Card Sharp, Hologram, Burglar, Blackboard, they're already uncommons, so you're already going to want them. Speaking of uncommons, Bull, yeah, baseball card is. I almost want to put it on S plus. Am I as excited to see baseball card as I am to see these others? Probably. Probably. I guess I'll put it on S plus. Yeah. Alright, Bull, chips if you have money. Obviously, like, how excited I am to see it depends on how much money I have or how much money I think I can make. But it can scale pretty well. Trying to decide between A and B. I want to put it on B. Just going by feels. Diet Cola. $6 is an expensive double tag. But, well, I guess skips aren't. I guess I don't do that many skips on Gold Stake anyway. I guess I'll put this in the C tier. It's usually meh for me. Trading card is. That's going on the S plus tier. Deck shaping. Very nice to have. And this is trading card's probably tied for my favorite Joker with Riff Raff. Flash card, I can't make this work. I don't know what it is. Like, I'm gonna put it on D tier just because I'm never excited to see it. I just never have the economy for it. It just, if you do, it's great. I just haven't had that many runs work with JJ Flashcard. Popcorn, plus 20 malt. Nice to see early. Really, I mean, nice to see anytime. I'm going to put it on B tier instead of A just because of how temporary it is. But it can help in a pinch. Pants, spare trousers. I'm going to put that in the... A or S? Spare trousers. How excited am I to see spare trousers? Usually pretty excited. I would say I'm equally as excited to see spare trousers as I am to Supernova. Again, obviously early. The more time you have to scale, the better it gets. So I'll put it in the S tier. Well, I don't know. If I put Supernova in the S tier, then I have to put Pants in the S tier. That's what I'm going with. Ancient Joker. I mean, yeah. Is it strong? Is it above average? I would say it's strong. Yeah. And if you get it early, then you can just maintain your spread of suits and build towards flushes, possibly. Ramen is a easy ×2 malt. I'm usually pretty happy to see ramen, although not being able to use my discards kind of hurts, but it is X malt, and X malt can be hard to find, so I'll put it in the A tier. Let's see, Walkie Talkie. I guess early, if you have nothing else, I'm okay with it, but any other time, it's gonna be D tier for me. Seltzer, retriggering, very situational. I'm usually not. Well, I guess I'll put it in the C tier. Especially if I have some lucky cards, you know, more chance for money there, so I'll put it in C. Uh-oh. We started running out of space here. Okay, castle? Castle. I've had some runs where castle got pretty big. I'm gonna put it in C tier. I kind of want to put it in B. Okay, so we have blue ice cream in B tier. It's just not, like, I don't know. I'm always at odds with castle because I want to discard the cards that I also want to play, so it kind of sucks in that way, so I'm going to put it on the C tier. Smiley face, always like to see that. I'm going to put this in the A tier, plus 5 malt for every face card. Campfire. Again, situational. I would say, given the right circumstances. I mean, okay. If you have the economy, if you have a free Joker slot, if you have all that rolling in like this, goes to S+. But I would just say in general, I would put it on A tier. Yeah, I guess. Golden Ticket is a good moneymaker, although I'm usually not. I guess it depends on how many gold cards I have and what my build is. I'm gonna put it on C, I think. I mean, obviously, if I have quite several gold cards and a Chad, this bad boy's gonna go higher. But I think in general, Golden Ticket, it doesn't do that much for me, especially since you only earn $1 more by playing a gold card as opposed to keeping it in your hand. So, you know, that kind of limits its usefulness. Mr. Bones, again, just depends. It's a solid Joker. If you need Mr. Bones, you're usually in trouble unless you hit the lottery on the next shop. It is a Joker slot. How happy am I to see Mr. Bones? I mean, it's kind of like Luchador. Like, it's awesome. I put Luchador on B tier, so I'll put Mr. Bones on B tier as well. I guess that makes the most sense. Acrobat, obviously X Malt. Any kind of X Malt is gonna be nice. I guess I'll put it on the A tier. A lot of times Acrobat just sits there and looks pretty, especially if you have other X Malt going on, but I'm usually picking it up if I see it, if I have the free slot. Sock and Buskin is kind of like I guess C tier. Again, depends, but it's for me, for Gold Stake, I'm usually way more excited to see Chad than Sock and Buskin. I'm gonna put it on, well, I guess I'll leave it on the C tier. Swashbuckler is not great. Well, I was gonna say it's not scaling, but it does scale with egg and gift card. But I'm usually not that excited to see it. It's okay if you just need that plus malt and you see it. I'm gonna put it on C tier. Troubadour for Gold Stake. I love this Joker for high score runs, but for Gold Stake, -1 hand really sucks. I rarely take it. I guess I'm gonna put it on the F tier. Certificate. Okay, this this is gonna go, whoops. This is gonna go in the S plus tier. I'm always excited to see certificate. Usually if you get it early enough, it's GG. You can do a lot with seals. Purple seals, blue seals, very powerful. Gold seals, even red seals. Like if you get a chariot, slap that on a red seal, it's not too shabby. Smeared Joker. How excited am I to see Smeared Joker? I'm usually not that excited to see Smeared Joker. I don't play too many flush runs on Gold Stake. But this would make me play flushes if I got it early enough. I guess I'll put it on D tier. I'm probably as excited to see this as I am for Four Fingers. Throwback. I'm so bad at throwback. It is X-Malt, so maybe I have to put it on the B tier, but I hate skipping, and I don't know. Throwback runs usually kill me because I don't know how to use it properly, maybe. But it is scaling X-Malt, so I gotta at least put it on B tier probably. Chad. Alright. You already know this is going on the S plus tier. Probably my third favorite Joker behind Riff Raff and Trading Card. You can... Jeez, there's so many synergies with Chad. Like, it's just one of the best. On Gold Stake or otherwise. If I see a Chad, I'm going to immediately take it. Probably. Rough Gem, I'm not usually that jazzed about seeing it. I'm going to put it on D tier. $1 per diamond card played. Bloodstone, again. Well... Is Bloodstone C? Or is it D? I guess I'll put Bloodstone on C. I don't know my reasoning. I mean, it can hurt you. Just because it's RNG, there's an RNG element to it. I don't like relying on Bloodstone. It can be a little nice extra, maybe. Again, if you have a Chad. I guess I'll leave it in C tier. Arrowhead, 50 chips for every spade card. That's a lot of chips. I'm gonna say this is A tier. Again, if you have a Chad, you can Chad the chips, so that's pretty nice. See, it all comes back to Chad. Onyx Agate, +7 malt for club cards. That's nice. I'm usually pretty excited to get that. Especially if you have a Chad. I guess I'll put that on A. Glass Joker. How excited am I to see Glass Joker? It scales really well, but... I guess I would call it a B. If I see a Glass Joker, then I'm and I have room for it, I'm probably going to just pray that I get some Hanged Man or just that glass cards break naturally. So I'll put it in the B tier. Showman on Gold Stake. No, I don't use that. Flower Pot. I hate Flower Pot. That's going in the F tier. I'm never excited to see Flower Pot. Blueprint. I mean, do we even need to just have a discussion? I'll just put this out front here. Wii Joker. I'm usually pretty excited to see Wii Joker. I'm gonna say it's S. I'm not gonna put it in S plus. I mean, obviously it is the best scaling chips in the game. Is it S plus? I'm gonna say S. Marry Andy. Loss of hand size is not great. I'm usually not that excited to see Marry Andy. I'll just put it in D tier. Oops, all sixes. Obviously, it depends on what you have going on. If you have something RNG dependent, like if you have an oops and a bloodstone, then hey, that's a basically you get a ancient joker at home for hearts. But I would say generally I'm not that excited about it. I'm debating whether to put it in D tier or C tier. I'm gonna say D tier for me. Just me. Idle, can't use it on gold stake. Maybe if you have a Chad and you're playing high card or something, but no. Seeing double, I'm always excited to see seeing double. Is it A or S? It's solid. I'm not gonna put it in S tier. I'll put it in A tier. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, ramen. I put ramen in A tier. I think seeing double is fine in A tier. All right, Matador. Oh boy, like again, just depends. But I would say generally, I'm not gonna put it in F tier just because there are boss blinds that utilize this. And you can make a lot of money, but most of the time I would say D tier. Hit the Road. I'm not gonna put it in F tier because it is X malt, but like I'm usually not excited to see that. Rarely do I take it. I feel like it would be better if it was like 0.75 malt for every jack discarded. Then you'd have like a 1.5 or 2 or wait a minute. Right? Or wait a minute. Oh, you'd have a 2.5. Right. So right now if you discard 2 jacks, that gives you a ×2. If it was 0.75, you get a ×2.5. That might make me move it up higher, but as it is, not great. The Duo ×2 malted played hand contains a pair. That's gotta go in the, I would say S tier. Play a lot of pair builds in gold stakes, and it's fewer requirements than seeing double or ramen. You can use your discards, you can play whatever cards you want as long as it contains a pair. So that's got to go in the S tier. The Trio usually don't make too much use of it, but it is X malt. I'm gonna put it on. Oh man, can I really put the Trio on C tier? It's got to go at least B tier because it's ×3. I can't put a ×3 X malt on C tier. What am I, crazy? So in that case, I guess for the family, it's ×4. Very hard to get 4 of a kind online in gold stakes sometimes, but it is ×4, so I'll put it in B. The Order, on the other hand, it's easier to play straights than I would say full house or 3 of a kind or 4 of a kind. So I would put the Order on S tier, probably. I would say most of my gold stake runs are either straight builds or pair builds or high card possibly. The Tribe ×2. I'm gonna put it on B tier, the same as these others. It's easier to play flushes, but the ×2 is kind of weak. I might bump it up if it was 2.5, but I don't know that we're gonna do 2.5 malt on a Joker. Stuntman. How excited am I to see this stuntman? I'm gonna say S. Not quite S plus for me. Just because you do lose some kind of value by losing the hand size. But yeah, it's pretty nice. Invisible Joker. How do I place this? I'm gonna say A. Yeah. I don't know. Just A. Duplicate a Joker. Brainstorm is gonna go on S plus next to Blue Boy here. Satellite. I'm not usually excited to see it. It is economy. I'll put it on C tier. But you do have to use planet cards that you don't necessarily need to get it online. So that kind of sucks. Maybe eventually it pays for itself if you do that. I don't know. So I'll put that on C tier. Shoot the Moon. Pretty solid. Plus malt. I'll put it on B tier, I would say. I'm usually kind of excited to see this early on, especially. Driver's license, a ×3. I'm gonna put it in S tier. It's a little harder to get online than, like Blackboard will give you ×3 with less work than driver's license, I would say. But if you're already at the point where you have 16 enhanced cards, then obviously driver's license is going to be a free ×3 mult. But it can be kind of hard to build up to that many enhanced cards. Cartomancer. I'm always excited to see Cartomancer. That's deck fixing. Is it A or S? I'm gonna put it on A. And it can be copied, so that's pretty nice. Astronomer. Free planet cards. It's tough because it takes up a Joker slot. I guess it's like indirect economy. If I can spare the slot, then it's a B tier. I guess that goes for a lot of Jokers, like if you can spare the slot. Yeah, it's pretty good. It's above average. I would definitely say it's above average. Burnt Joker. I'm gonna go with... I gotta go with S plus tier. Like, because I'm always excited to see a Burnt Joker. You can just start discarding pairs, build up your pair level, and go to town. Bootstraps. Where did I put Bull? Did I put Bull on B tier? I put Bull on B tier. Okay, I'll put Bootstraps on the B tier as well. Obviously requires economy. If you get this Joker, then you just have to save your money. You can't spend too much. But it is a scaling plus malt Joker, so it's gonna be B. Oh, we're down to the legendaries. Okay. Canio. So how do I judge these? Like how excited I am to see one versus the other, or I guess just how excited I am to see it in general. Canio, this one's a little harder to use than some of the others, but is obviously like, if you get one Hanged Man, you have a ×3, so I'm gonna put it on S tier. Triboulet on Gold Stake, that's gonna go S plus, I would say. Like, if you get this, then you know, you understand the assignment. Get kings and queens. Yorick, very strong, even on Gold Stake. You can usually scale this bad boy. ×1 mult every 23 discards. Yeah, I'll put it in S plus tier. I'm usually pretty jazzed to see that. Chico. Now, I've had a few good runs with Chico, so I mean, it's either yeah, I'll put it on S tier. It helps a lot. Perkeo, little less powerful on Gold Stake, but I would say still S tier. I mean, I would say any legendary is gonna be at least S tier. So that's it. Hey, that was easy. So here's our list. Let's see, how happy am I with this? Are these all really S plus tier? Just looking at them, I would say yes. Are there any I want to move here? Oh, I was thinking of moving Burglar to S plus tier. No, I'll leave Burglar where it is. Supernova. Do I want to keep Supernova in S tier? Yeah, I guess so. I'm pretty happy with this list. Sorry, I know there's really no content with me staring at the jokers trying to decide if I should move them, but yeah, I would say I'm pretty happy with this placement here. Yeah, so there you go. There's my 150 Joker tier list of how excited am I to see these Jokers. Let me know in the comments if you disagree with any of my placements. I guess that's what I'm supposed to say, right? But yeah, I always wanted to do one of these, but just never sat down and looked at them, and I never really I didn't plan anything. I just kind of looked at each one, and I figured that's the best way to do it. Like, as I see them, how excited am I to see these Jokers as I go through them? So yeah, let me know what you think. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.